What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Leo coming to you guys with yet another video. Coming to you guys today with a yet another horror video. This is more of like a dialogue video, and I wanted to talk about it. So, and this pretty much not really contains rumors or anything like that, but this is just me giving my thoughts and opinions on Scream. That's what we're gonna be talking about today. Specifically, one Dewey Riley. Now we all know in Scream 5 he did meet his end at the hands of a ghost face in Scream 5, and it was a very emotional, heartfelt moment because for a lot of fans, I feel like for the most part it was a lot of fans kind of knew it was going to happen going into Scream 5. Me not so much. I mean, me personally, um, this is where a lot of it comes from with this video is because I feel like the title of this video pretty much for me I'm gonna make it is, was it the right decision, was it the right call to do it just now? And me personally, if I'm being completely honest with you guys, I mean, people, this is a very more of a down the middle type of thing. Some people are for Dewey getting killed in Scream 5, and then there are some that are you know not so much on board with the idea of killing one of the more lovable characters that we've gotten to know and love over the past few installments of the movie. But for me, I could see their pros to cons to the situation, and the only pro that I feel like that really happened is they really did something bold that a lot of the films really don't do in horror. Like they don't really go after like the bigger names that they brought in, you know. And the thing is, he wasn't even really supposed to be in all these films, but he became so lovable and was such a great character in the original that they just kept bringing him back. And I think that's what made a lot of us, grow to love the character of Dewey Riley. And but I'm gonna get into it now. I was just giving that little nit bit right there. But do I think it was the right decision? No. Here's why. I I and here's the thing. Going to Scream 5, a lot of people, like I said, knew, had a feeling Dewey was gonna die. But here's the thing. I'm not saying in horror everything needs to be predictable. Not everything should be predictable. Sometimes there's exceptions to it, and then there's times where they don't think they need to do it. I think this was a situation they could have really done something different, where they pulled a swerve, and maybe maybe even killed Gale. I feel like, or me personally, if I was thinking it, I was thinking since we haven't between the gap between Scream 4 and Scream 5, it was pretty much like a 10-year difference, a 10-year gap there. So I was thinking, like, since they brought it back, I feel like maybe they should have kept all three of the legacy characters in Scream 5, and then if you wanted to kill one of them off in, a Scream 6, then I can see that. Because here's the thing, me personally, out of all the three of the legacy characters, Dewey was my favorite. And any of some of the stuff that I'm saying here is not biased or anything like that. I'm not being biased. I'm just, giving my thoughts and opinions. So I don't want people thinking like, oh, you're so biased. You didn't like. No, I'm just giving my thoughts and opinions. Um, Now, and like I said, I don't think it was the right decision. Here's why: because I think for the character of Dewey Wright, I feel like there was more that we really could have gotten from the character. From different things that we've seen him throughout the movie. From Scream 1, him pretty much being like the officer, but people really didn't take him serious. That was a cool, little twist, and it kind of gave doofy vibes to an extent, but it not necessarily. Then Scream 2, he's pretty much, it seems like he's a little bit on the down spiral from the events that took place in Scream the original one, of him getting stabbed and then getting carted off and then pretty much suffering the effects from what happened and trying to get past that. And in Scream 3, he's pretty much, he always felt like that person that he tried to be taken serious, but it never really worked out. And to be honest, I could see parallels because I kind of feel like the same way. I mean, I feel like there's some people that probably can relate to the character of Dewey Riley in one way or another, and I think that's probably what made him much more of a lovable character. But if we're being honest, if you and then from Scream 3, pretty much him being like a technical advisor for one of the stab sets and whatnot. So that kind of was a little bit of him going back on his word because it seems like this was something that he would never do, in my opinion. But they kind of did pull the trigger and did something different. We were seeing um, different Dewey Rileys, different aspects of him, different things that we don't really get to see from Dewey Riley all the time. Then from 4, him going back to his roots a little bit and being the sheriff this time around. The first time he was a deputy, now he's a sheriff. And then in Scream 5, he wasn't in any of those, and it seems like it kind of led to like a downward spiral, slowly until we finally got it in Scream 5, and him being completely on a downward spiral from losing something that he very cared about very much. He lost Tatum in the process. He lost Gale, and then he's losing his job that he really loved so much, from being a deputy to the sheriff, and now all of that's been stripped away from him. So it's like he's no longer what he used to be. He's pretty much a shell of what he used to be. He's pretty much a broken man at this point. And I love that story arc that they were going with. Now I think the things that they could have done with is, instead of killing Dewey, I wanted to see what a Dewey would look like after losing someone. Not only after losing someone like Tatum, his sister, he's lost that, and then now from being no longer having Gale in his life, and she comes back to check on him, but finding out what think about it, the news about Gale being killed. What would that do for Dewey Riley? What kind of character arc would he be going in now? What kind of mental state would he probably be in now? Will he be even darker or deeper, or will he still be, or will he, very much come out of that web to now really go all in to protect everybody once again? And because you could tell in the fifth one, he really didn't want to go back, but then Sydney's just saying, "Oh, I'm glad you had somebody. They have someone like you to protect them." So that was really the line that really got him back into the fold. And think about it. If we're looking at it, and Dewey Riley here's the news that Gale is dead, I think that would definitely further push the narrative that he's on this downward spiral now, and that he has nothing left now, and now he's gonna do everything he can to protect Sydney, because Sydney is like that sister to him. It's like the sister that, besides Tatum, I think that was like his second sister in a sense. So I think that would be a cool concept to do. And not only that, but there's another thing that we haven't really got to see from Dewey Riley. Now, I know in Scream 6, we finally got to see the phone call from Gale and Ghostface. And here's another thing. We've never gotten a Ghostface call between Ghostface and Dewey Riley, ever. And I'm pretty sure a lot of fans that's a Scream fan would not be mad at seeing what in real life. If we're being honest right now, would you guys really be mad if we got to finally see a full Ghostface interaction, face to face, between not Gale, but Dewey and Ghostface, and an actual phone call? I think that's something I would love to see play out on screen, because a lot of the times, besides him dying in Scream 5, he hasn't really gotten to do much with Ghostface. All he did is get stabbed, Ghostface leaves. Stabbed, Ghostface leaves. That's pretty much the whole thing. And Scream 1, he got attacked off screen. Scream 2, he got stabbed. Scream 3, he had a knife thrown at him. So there was really no full-blown interaction with Ghostface, except for him when he would eventually get stabbed and his eventual death. So I feel like there was more that they could have dug into with the character of Dewey Riley as far as it pertains to him and his interactions with Ghostface as a character. What he and everything, and think about it. He never really think about it. He never really had a confrontation with Ghostface or anything like that. But now that Gale is dead, Tatum is dead. He's pretty much crawled himself into a bottle like Wes said in Scream 5. You got dumped by your famous girlfriend. You crawled into a bottle. Think about not only all that happening, but now with the addition of Gale being dead, now he's going to have to confront his demons, which means he's going to have to confront Ghostface and actually go toe to toe with Ghostface. Does he has a limp, but still, it would be still a cool character arc nonetheless because it would be something new and fresh. Now, if you didn't want to do that in Scream 5, where, me personally, like I said, they should have waited until Scream 6. And in Scream 6, we could have literally seen Dewey Riley, I wouldn't say die, because I don't think if it was out of Gale and Dewey, I would have preferred Gale because she really doesn't add too much to the story. I mean, she does have some part of the story, but I feel like Dewey has that stronger role where it's kind of like back and forth between Sydney and then Dewey and then Gale. That's how, because I don't think when you look at it, they're not going to kill off Sydney. Sydney is their ultimate final girl, so they're not going to do that. So it's only going to be limited to Dewey and Gale. Like I said, Dewey should have survived. Gale would have to bite the dust. Dewey would have to confront his demons and Ghostface to ultimately try to put an end to this once for all. And then what you do post Scream 6, I don't know. Maybe wait a few more movies, then decide to kill Dewey off, and then you have Sydney be the final person. Because think about it now. Here's the situation that we're in now, current day. With Scream 6 already being released and everything that's happened, all the events, we're supposed to be getting Scream 7 in the future. And here's the thing. We're not going to be getting Tara. She's not going to be in it, apparently, because of her schedule. She cannot be in it. The same thing with Mindy. She's not going to be able to be in it either because of her schedule with Yellow Jackets, I believe. So it's like you only really have 2 of the core 4 now. You only have Chad and you only have Sam. Those are the only of the core 4 that you have. And if you want to bring, and then besides that, you could probably bring in I forgot Sam's boyfriend. I guess you could bring him in, and that he's not really a part of the core 4, but still he's closest to it. And if it's outside of that, you only have the legacy characters of Gale, Sydney, and Kirby. Those are the only 3 that you have. So it really only makes up 5. You only have really of the 5 now. Because you only have, like I said, Sydney, Chad, Gale, Kirby. You only have those and that's pretty much only you have. So I feel like when you look at it now, I do think they should have kept Dewey O'Reilly around because he could have been he could have added something to this group now. Because he can add something, to the group from a character standpoint. And I think now we could really finally get to see, we would have finally got to see something like that along the lines of a legacy character getting killed off. Now, it kind of, I feel like the weight of it's still there, but at the same time, I feel like it kind of felt flat in the long run because now in the state that we're in as far as the Scream 7 film goes. So, it's kind of like one of those things like, well, was it, when you look back at it now, was it the right decision? And like, I'm still here trying to wonder, and I'm like, no. I feel like maybe in the moment, yeah, but now over time, I feel like no, because now you're in a state where it's like, the people that you've been building up as like the next legacy characters of Sydney, Gale, and Dewey. So it's like you were building these characters up, and even in Randy, you were building these future characters up to only have 2 of them not being there, who would most definitely play a huge significant part of the whole story of the core 4. So you don't really have that dynamic to that story now, because you only really have Chad and Sam. Those are the only two of the core four that you have now. So it's like, do you kill one of them off? I don't think so, because I think you will want to wait till the other two are able to make another entry, which what makes me think they would have to do a Scream 8 and then do whatever they wanted to do with the core four, or if it was a plan to kill one of them off in Scream 8 instead of Scream 7. But we don't know. It's not confirmed that they won't be, but as far as speculation goes and rumors, that's what it's more likely looking like. So we're not too sure if this is gonna actually go all in, no pun intended, or if this will come to fruition. We don't know, but it doesn't seem too good right now as far as Scream 7 goes. But back to the topic, you know, after talking about it and everything like that, I pretty much said everything I could say. But I want you guys who are watching this video, comment down below. Let me know. Do you guys think it was the right decision to kill Dewey Riley in Scream 5? After everything that I said, do you think it would have been better for them to kill Gale instead of Dewey? Or do you think they should have waited till Scream 6 and then killed Gale, and just so we could see the path that Dewey would have to take post everything that's happened in these few movies, now with the inclusion of Gale being dead? I want you to leave all that down in the comment section down below. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Hit that post notification bell so every time I post a new video. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. We're so close to that milestone. We're trying to get to that milestone by Night of Champions. I know we can do it. If you're new and you love horror, please subscribe to the channel, because I want to do more horror stuff going forward. You love wrestling, hit that like button, because if you hit that like button, it will help my video get more exposure, more eyes will be on my channel, so people can see more of the content that I am putting out on my channel. And it also helps in the algorithm, so definitely please hit that like button. And also, please subscribe. There's no catch. It's free. It's absolutely free. So I don't know why you guys aren't subscribing. You should definitely be subscribing to my channel, because I want to, at some point, take full advantage of doing YouTube as a full-timer. So definitely help me out, because then I can bring out more and more content for you guys. So that's the end of the video. I appreciate you guys kicking with me, and I'll see you guys in the next video.